The county auditor was introduced into the district court supervisory role in 1905. Yeah. Initially, the county judge and district judges having jurisdiction in the county appointed the auditor jointly. Then the legislature subsequently amended the statute to provide for the appointment of the county auditor. Mhm. Now, unlike the county judge or the commissioner's court, the county auditor may request an attorney general's opinion. Yeah. And utilize the opinion to encourage other county officials. Yeah. hmm To comply with the determination of the attorney general. Yeah. Now, I emailed the employees of the state of Washington. Bob, you're going to go to prison. I'll tell you, I put in prison every attorney general of every state. Now, all this malicious harassment, yes. Malicious arrest, yes. Malicious prosecution, yes. And then the personal injury of my sons because nobody in the state of Washington wants to enforce the law. I want them, and I want to know how Bishop's doing, yes. Because if his ankle is destroyed and he's experiencing a large amount of pain, yeah, I'm going to be very, very upset at the state of Washington. Yes. Now, the other states are going to find out that once I'm able to really work through the issues that I have against this state, I'm going to take it out on every employee of every state of the United States. See, this is a forgery. Yes. I've sent this for the last 2 years. Yeah. And you've refused to enforce the laws that make forgery a crime. Yes. And then I put in here maliciously served, maliciously served, maliciously served, maliciously served. And then the malicious harassment, the hate crimes, and the conspiracy of targeting myself and my family. Now, what is the governor's problem with the whole issue that we do not, as a nation, yes, misprison any felonies? Oh, we do not in any way willfully conceal the commission of a felony that happens to be a federal offense. And that you, as a county employee, can be charged with misprison of felony. Now, misprison of felony is a form of obstruction of justice. It's just like when I inform you, right, my sons are in the wrong grades, and then you continue to obligate them to have to play football. There's an injury, yes, and then I tell you I want to know what's going on. Now, this $250,000 fine, Bob, and the imprisonment up to 3 years, yeah, I will put every elected official in every county in prison for 3 years for misprisioning, any knowledge of felony. Ooch. Now, it looks like this county refuses to acknowledge the requirements of the law, that the court cannot act, yes, on a dissolution of marriage until 90 days has elapsed. Yes. And then the court does not recognize the limitations of jurisdiction, right, when I was in the custody of Gorm at the time of the probation. Now, for some reason, the employees of the individual counties, yes, don't believe that this is a kidnapping. But as I have documented the use of forgery, yes, by the ex-officio Superior Court clerk, the use of forgery by the court commissioner Brent Basden, the use of forgery and perjury on the part of Heidi Lee Budner. Definitely kidnapping in the first degree, yes. And now it's the intentional infliction of bodily injury to Bishop. Yes. And then it's the extreme mental distress on my sons. Yes, for not having me as their father. Right. And then me as the third person as their father that is experiencing the extreme mental distress of not knowing what the condition of my son's ankle is. Now you're just torturing. You're terrorizing, yes, myself, my 5 sons, and Marilyn and her kids, yes, because you don't want to go to prison for hate crimes. Oh. Now, I gave you a screen print. I highlighted it. Oh, before the game, my ankle was a little injured. Oh, and I decided to play through it. Then I tackled him, Croy. He landed on my ankle and destroyed it. Yes. Now, the destruction of an ankle is very important to me as I'm what the newspaper said is the implication is that he will no longer have the use of his foot. Yes. Now, this thought, yes, that we're going to miss prison, all this felony, yes, all these malicious arrests, yes, all these false accusation of violating, and then there's the malicious prosecution. Every person who shall maliciously and without probable cause, yes, therefore cause or attempt to cause another to be arrested or proceeded against, yes, for any such crime of which he or she is innocent. Now, I'd say it's malicious prosecution to have me arrested for that protection order. If such crime be a felony, is guilty of a Class C felony. Yes. Now, the whole nation is misprisioning the Class C felony, yes, of the arrest that took place in 2012. Everybody in the United States is willing to go to prison to misprision the felony of the abduction of my sons. Well, you would have thought that the state would have done something about this, because as it says, for their own benefit, the private individual known as Heidi Lee Budnick, motioned the court for a protection order. Yes, when I was in the custody of the criminal prosecution of Guam, and you arrested me at the same moment as, well, for all of those that are elected oaths of office in every county of the United States. I will have all of you put in prison for 3 years. Yes. I will fine your individual counties for $250,000. Yes. I will sue your unions for misprisioning all of this. Yes. And then I'll take the